to say use to make money. We got a lot of examples.
What is going on, everybody? Ivan Temelkov here. Let me turn this down. I wanted to go live and talk about the popular app Clubhouse. In fact, I'm actually sitting here in a room right now with, well, a whole bunch of, influential people, actually. And, Michael Lane, who's someone that, used to throw $17 million, events in 2019, and, a bunch of other guys on Forbes, and, 8 and 9 figure earners. And if you haven't gotten on Clubhouse, or you don't know what Clubhouse is, and let me actually shut this down because it was playing in the background. If you don't know what Clubhouse is, it's the app that everybody is talking about. And as of right now, it's just a native iOS app that you can download, but it's only available for invite. In other words, you have to be invited by a pre-existing user in order to join Clubhouse. Now, what Clubhouse is basically a drop-in audio chat. So the best way to explain it is you participate in rooms with other people, and you get invited on stage to be able to speak and converse with other people. And what's really fascinating about Clubhouse here is that even though now it has surpassed 1 million users, and it's in beta only 6 months after it was started, and it also has an evaluation of $100 million, you already have celebrities like Oprah and Kevin Hart and Ashton Kutcher and Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone and Ty Lopez and Billie Jean, just a bunch of, successful and famous people. I think I heard George Lopez, the comedian, is also on there. So he has gained huge momentum in a very small period of time. And I just joined it actually on the 28th of December. So I'm still kind of green to it, to be honest with you. But, I've done some great things with Clubhouse. I've been able to build some solid relationships and also have been able to generate revenue from Clubhouse. And the purpose behind this broadcast, and, I haven't done one of these in quite a while, so trying to get back in the swing of it, is I wanted to talk about 10 ways that you can leverage Clubhouse to work for you. I know some people will say, well, Ivan, it's so time consuming, and it's draining my phone battery and this and that. And I just hear bitching and moaning, honestly, when people say that. Now, let me get into the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about, and then I'll be happy to take, some questions for those of you watching. So again, I explained what Clubhouse is. And again, the 10 ways that I'm going to share with you right now are in no particular order on how to utilize Clubhouse. In other words, in no particular order of importance. It's just 10 ways that I have personally leveraged Clubhouse to build powerful relationships, speak with influential people, invite them to my podcast, and even generate revenue as well. Thousands of dollars in revenue in as little as 24 hours. This is true, and I'll share. So the first thing is you have to understand what Clubhouse is about. Clubhouse is a completely different medium. It's the same yet different, meaning that, I think back to the days of Anchor.fm, and those of you that are into podcasting and minicasting can probably appreciate this, but, understand the meaning behind Clubhouse. What is Clubhouse? Well, Clubhouse is a native iOS app. It is not available for Android. It is native. That means you can only get it on your iPhone as of this time. Now, I anticipate them branching out into the Android platform, but as of right now, they are not. That is one of the first things you need to understand what Clubhouse is. The second is, when you do get on Clubhouse, ensure that your profile is optimized well. So, for instance, on my profile, I have several things that, I have listed on there, and I'll just, I'll list those out for you guys. So here's my phone, just to show you guys. And here's my profile on Clubhouse, and it says father, husband, human-centric marketer, entrepreneur, vlogger, podcaster. Tap the bell above to be notified of future updates. So there's a bell in the upper right-hand corner that other people can tap to be notified anytime you join a room or you start your own room, or any kind of a notification that will appear under the notification tab. With that being said, just moving on downwards, I share things about me, my successes, 6+ figure earner as of 2020, family guy, family business, my human marketing agency, Razor Sharp Digital, the Roz Project, also that I've been running for 6+ years now, and also a way to book. If you want to appear on the podcast, I just added a link that you can book to be on the podcast. And then also that I host rooms on entrepreneurship, life mindset, human centricity, digital marketing, podcasting, and personal branding. Now, one of the key advantages here in your profile, so number 2 is ensure your profile is optimized well. And, I've looked at some other people out there who have far many followers than me, and also are a lot more influential, more specifically. So not necessarily their followers, but the influence that they have in the marketplace, because there's some people out there on Clubhouse that don't have many followers, but they're actually extremely influential. And that's what I personally care about. I don't care about the followers. I care about the influence. Now, the one thing that actually Clubhouse offers is, let me show you here on my phone. At the very bottom, if you look closer, it actually shows my Twitter handle and my Instagram handle. Now, why this is important is because, and I love the fact that Clubhouse is offering this, is the fact that it creates cross-pollination and the ability to jump through those platforms to be able to connect with people from Clubhouse. Now, I've been able to increase my Instagram following specifically by following people and those people following me back. And I've also been able to engage in conversations on Instagram that has generated me not only some revenue, but like I said, thousands of dollars in revenue. That was actually off of one deal specifically. But also being able to connect with other small business owners, entrepreneurs, potential podcast guests for the Roz Project as well. Number 2, suggestion that I want to make to you, a recommendation, is ensure your profile is optimized well. Tell people what you're capable of, what do you bring to the table, and what are your accomplishments? What have you done? Now, number 3 is participate in popular rooms. Now, those of you that have been on Clubhouse for a while will say, well, popular rooms are too big. For instance, I was in Shark Tank with Kevin Harrington recently, maybe a couple of nights ago, I think, and there was like 2,900 people in that room. Sure, it might be difficult to get on stage, unless you wait extremely long period of time, but you're being exposed to some very influential people. I know Grant Cardone was in there. I think Gary Vaynerchuk was there. I think Ty Lopez was in there. I mean, there were a lot of influential people. So the beauty about that is those influential people actually have a following. And when you surround yourself in that kind of a large room, you have the ability to build new connections. Okay? And that is one of the things I want to talk about when it comes to Clubhouse. Participate in smaller rooms. So I just said participate in popular rooms, like big rooms that have a lot of people in it, but you also need to participate in smaller rooms. Yesterday I was in a room that had like 150 people, and I was fortunate enough to get on stage and be able to share my thoughts. And interestingly enough, I was able to generate more followers and start more conversations with people also on Clubhouse. Number 5 is lead in with value. Okay, lead with value. So On Clubhouse, one of the big things we have to remember is lead with value, offer value. If you're extremely seasoned in your area, in your field, and you lead with value, it's only a matter of time before you create attraction. And that is one of the beauties about Clubhouse. When you're offering value, and I've been doing this since, the 28th of December when I joined, is I've noticed the gravitation that I've created with people, because they would message me or they would follow me. Now, when you do this over a period of time and create repetition and leading with value, it grows. It magnifies. It multiplies, not magnifies. It multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. So it's like anything else. Lead with value, but participate and contribute. That's leading with value. Strive to build meaningful relationships. So this is number 6. Now, I think a lot of people are confused about Clubhouse. Honestly, there's a lot of people who get it, and there's a lot of people who don't get it. Now, the most important piece of advice that I can give you, the biggest recommendation is to strive to build meaningful relationships on Clubhouse. Clubhouse is not a selling platform. And that's number 7. Do not sell unless it's a room to pitch. So the Shark Tank room with Kevin Harrington, and though I was in that I mentioned a few minutes ago, was actually one where they were allowing people on stage to come up and do a 30-second pitch of their business. In fact, I just got a text message from one of the people I met on Clubhouse yesterday. They're starting a microgreens business, and I'm so fucking excited about it because I can't wait to talk to them about it. They have a phenomenal story, and what's really crazy about it is just that in the first month that they took this idea to market, they sold like 300 kits. And in fact, they have far more demand now than actually have product. So that's the beauty about Clubhouse, is being able to build meaningful relationships. And again, do not sell. That was number 7 that I left at. Do not sell unless you are in a room where you are allowed to pitch your business. There is a lot of people out there who, I shouldn't say people, but, Shark, and Damon John is another one who actually was in that room. Obviously, Damon John is in Damon John, who started FUBU. I know most people find it hard to believe. And that's another thing about Clubhouse, is that you can have access to these influential, successful, amazing people by being able to converse with them. Because the alternative to that is to be able to, buy time. And most people can't afford that. Because to buy time, one-on-one time with Damon John or Grant Cardone or Ty Lopez is ridiculously expensive. And even then, it's not a guarantee, because these people are so extremely busy with their businesses and their lives. So again, do not sell unless you're in a room to pitch your business. And I was actually fortunate enough to hear the CEO of Web Talk do a pitch, like a live pitch, and I was just absolutely fucking amazed. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that was amazing to be able to experience that. Number 8, invite your contacts if you can. So when you sign up for Clubhouse, at least when I was invited to Clubhouse, I only had one invite, I believe, at the time. Now, I think due to the increase in popularity, Clubhouse is now allowing each person to have 3 invites. At least that is what I ended up getting a couple of days ago, I believe, and actually went through those so quickly. And believe it or not, one was a total screw up on my part, because I sent it to the wrong person. And I guess you can't retract that, because, again, Clubhouse is still in a beta mode, and it's still invite only. So there's a lot of glitches on there. So that was number 8. Invite your contacts if you can. The beauty about Clubhouse is that you can invite your contacts from your contact list, because when you do, it actually sends a special link via text message to them, to their iPhone, And then by following that link, they can complete the registration and actually become a member of Clubhouse. Because I think that's one of the misconceptions too with a lot of people is what the sign-up process for Clubhouse looks like, meaning that you can download the Clubhouse app, you can register and lock in your username, but that does not allow you to participate on the network. You have to get an invitation to participate. So, the sign-up process still seems a little cumbersome, but, it's a beta app, it's invite only, we can't expect more than that. I'm actually quite fascinated at all the features and capabilities that he already has as it stands. Number 9, follow people that pique your interest. So one of the things a couple of things to that is you want to follow people that pique your interest, right? People that you have some relatability to, right? I mean, you can see it in their bios, or you can see it when going into their bios by clicking on their Instagram handle or clicking on their Twitter handle and learning more about them. Because even though, let's assume some people don't have their bio fully filled out, but they have their Twitter and Instagram handles, you can still find out more about that person by going over to those platforms. And on iOS, you have a built-in browser, meaning that, when you tap on, let me show you what I'm talking about. When you tap on someone's Instagram handle, so like here's mine. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if you guys see it. So if I tap on my handle, oh, you know what? Let's see. I tapped on my own handle, and I couldn't show you guys because I was doing it. Then the built-in browser actually takes you over to Instagram. So here's my Instagram profile right there. And then you can just go back to Clubhouse, right? By hitting the arrow in the upper left-hand corner. So the in-app browser is amazing because here's what I've been doing basically. And, I'm talking about follow people that pique your interest. So, as I'm in rooms, I'm tapping on people's faces, checking out their bio, then going over to either Twitter or Instagram. Instagram has been the most popular location. Going over, learning about them, and then, sending a message. So this is literally an engagement strategy that you can utilize, to build up your following, invite people, follow people that pique your interest, and cultivate new relationships. In fact, an old boss of mine, signed up for Clubhouse, I think it was yesterday, and he invited me in a closed room where we did kind of like a 15-minute crash course of how to use Clubhouse and what's the purpose behind it, what's the benefit, what's the why behind it. Now, I talked about 9 ways that you can leverage Clubhouse, and I'm going to get to number 10. Now, this is a really big one. Understand the podcasting potential. Now, what does that really mean? So, Clubhouse is a native iOS app, and by utilizing its audio features, it actually sort of merges the gap between on-demand podcasting and microcasting. I'm calling it microcasting because it's not full-blown podcasting on Clubhouse, but you can still utilize, for instance, rooms. Like one thing I'm looking forward to doing is every time we do a live version of the Roz Project, which you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe to it everywhere. We stream live like the way we're streaming right now. I'm actually streaming in video on Facebook, LinkedIn Live, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch as well. But what we're going to be doing is the audio portion is actually going to be live streamed over onto my profile in a designated room, which, by the way, the next live broadcast of the Roz Project is scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just to kind of give you a little bit more info on that, every Monday and Friday, we live stream. Now, when you subscribe to the Roz Project, you're also going to get access to the Roz Project Overdrive. Now, as it stands right now, I have 13 new episodes of the Roz Project Overdrive that have not seen the light of day. And they will see the light of day here very soon as I'm starting to ramp them up and starting to put them out. I have to thank you guys. I shouldn't say thank you. I have to express an immense amount of gratitude because, 2020 was my first 6+ figure year. And I am just humbled by these accomplishments because what I realized reflecting on 2020, it was definitely an awkward year. It was definitely one for the books. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, I think it was a true test for me and my capabilities and my willpower and my dedication to, dedication to my hunger, dedication to, how badly I want to accomplish my goals and dreams. And, Clubhouse is really great for that, to be honest with you. Clubhouse is such an essential component of my day-to-day. Like I said, I was actually listening to it earlier. I was in a room with a few guys, few influencers that, they were just dropping all kinds of knowledge. And last night I was actually in a room about, talking about a religion, talking about, spirituality, talking about how our nation needs to be unified rather than divided. And, that was a really, really great conversation. I was, fortunate enough to be able to share some input, with with other like-minded people, other people who share the same interests with me. And that's the beauty about this, about Clubhouse, and I'm excited about where Clubhouse is going, and, this is an app that is growing at a massive, massive rate. And I'm excited to see what happens. I've already seen some businesses, even some bigger corporations leverage the power of Clubhouse. I've seen, some corporations reach out to influencers and offering them paid gigs to where they can participate in rooms to help promote, their products or services, or starting rooms to promote their products and services. And, I think that's the new way of marketing also, is this, understanding how technology is changing the business landscape. I think that's one thing that a lot of people are not understanding, is that if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner, I don't care what industry or vertical that you're in, you need to be on Clubhouse. Literally, you need to be on Clubhouse, and just get in there, start participating, start engaging, and, add value, build relationships, lead in with value, build meaningful relationships, follow people that pique your interest, and it is absolutely, I literally have no words to describe, how mesmerizing this Clubhouse experience has been. I feel like I've just started. Literally, I have just started, and I'm slowly ramping up. And I pushed out a post actually on my Facebook profile a little bit ago about the fact that, always give more than what you ask for. And that is a mantra that, I'm trying to follow in 2021. And I don't know if you're hearing the noises in the background, but I'm getting some messages. And this is what happens. You attract, you're building your tribe, attracting other like-minded people. And, I've met some amazing people on Clubhouse. And now I just want to, give as much as I can, because I've realized that the more I do that, the more it comes back tenfold. And so that's all that I wanted to share with you guys. If you have any questions about Clubhouse, feel free to follow me on there. My handle is @IvanTemolkov on Clubhouse, and or message me on any other platform, or Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're watching. And I truly hope to see you on Clubhouse. Unfortunately, I'm out of invites right now. This is the third time that I've been out of invites. But if you would like to get on Clubhouse, message me and let me know. Would love to hear from you. Even if I don't have any invites, would still love to hear from you. Definitely sign up for the app, lock in your handle if you're an iPhone user, and if you haven't done that, because I would strongly encourage you, for branding purposes, to lock in your handle, lock in your name everywhere that you can, because brand consistency is extremely important. It can create recognition in the marketplace when people search for you, because we live in a day and age where people look for you just about everywhere, at least all the major social platforms. I know I get looked up on Instagram, on Twitter. We're broadcasting on LinkedIn Live right now as well, so I know people are going to reach out on LinkedIn as well, and also on YouTube, on my YouTube channel as well. We're streaming on Twitch, which I know a lot of people don't see the potential behind Twitch, but I'm telling you, Twitch is the thing in 2021 as well. So in the video and live video streaming, definitely get into the Twitch game. I've seen guys like Gary Vee really hype that up over the last couple of years, and the entrepreneurial community is really shifting slowly but surely towards Twitch as well. So not to take away the thunder from Clubhouse, but we'd love to connect with you, especially if you're on Clubhouse. We'd love to follow you, or feel free to follow me if you're on there. If you have any questions about Clubhouse, message me anywhere you're watching this video, or comment below, especially if you're on my YouTube channel, or if you're over on Twitch. And I truly hope that this broadcast gave you some value. I hope that it will help you, whether you're a newbie to Clubhouse, or someone that's been on Clubhouse for a few days and you're trying to figure out ways to leverage the app. I hope that these 10 suggestions that I made will help you do that. And thank you so much. I wish you all the best in 2021. I know we're just getting started, and I know the best is yet to come for you. You just need to go and get it. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.